Malcolm, the stage is yours, my brother.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it. An apple a day. I need y'all to say it with me real quick, all right? An apple a day. Y'all too. I don't hear y'all. An apple a day. So what we're gonna do real quick. Throughout this entire message, I'm gonna say an apple a day. I need y'all to, because I love energy. I need you to connect with me, right? All right, let's try one more time. One more time for the people in the back. An apple a day. Hey, listen, I'm Malcolm McLeod, known as a dedicational speaker. When I'm on stage, it's King Mal. Also, I'm a strategist. I help businesses grow to the next level, help them generate income, also how to generate traffic. I'm a new engaged speaker where I help up and coming speakers be able to articulate on many different stages. I'm an author. I wrote a book. So saying that, as I say, I'm an author, and my book is tied to new beginnings. And I feel we all have new beginnings no matter what set it is. Relationships, life, businesses. My book is tied to understanding what your vision is, understanding what your value is, understanding how to remain consistent, how to build relationships, and then also understanding how to be able to cultivate the results that you do have. An apple a day? I just want to make sure we're on the same page. All right. So that being said, did you know that when it did come to apple, it takes 7 to 10 years for the apple to go from a seed to a fruitful plant, a tree? Did you know also that out of all the apples, you can have 100, only 30% of them are going to germinate. But see, out of the 30, only a few are actually going to be fruitful for you to eat. See, there's a process with the apple as well. You have to turn it a certain way, cut it so you don't hit the core, take the seeds out, put the seeds on the counter for like a few days, then get the seeds, put it into a napkin, put it in the refrigerator for 70 to 80 days. Then you got to take that seed, put it into soil, a half an inch to be precise, right? Then when you put it in the soil in the pot, then you take it and then put it into ground, a solid foundation. But even then, that doesn't determine or say that the apple is going to be fruitful. Faith and fitness. Faith and fitness. When I think of faith, I think of contagious. Think about when you were just working out. When you almost wanted to give up, what did Drake keep saying? He believed in you. Believe in yourself. Contagious. When I think of faith, I think of trust. Trust ties to reliability. When I think of faith, I think of confidence. Believing within or someone else. When I think of faith, I think of purpose. Think about it. When you think of purpose, what does that go to? See, think about the apple. Let's talk about that real quick. The apple itself, in the first phase, if we had two people here, in the first phase, each one of them are at that phase, right? Cutting the apple. One is more so like, hey, I want to do this because, I saw Mo do it on IG and it looked good for Mo, and Mo making money. The other person over here is looking at it like, hey man, I have to make sure that my son eats. I got to make sure my mother is being here and not doing well. I need to make sure her last days are great. So I got to give it everything I got no matter what. We have two people that are in the same field doing the same exact thing. But when it comes to cutting the apple, that's the easy part, right? Everyone has that big picture of what they want to do. When it comes to taking the seeds out, putting it on the table, that's still kind of easy. But this person over here like, dang, Mo make it look like you ain't got to wait 3 days. But this person saying, I still got to make sure my son's good. Apple a day? Okay, we're on the same page. Then when you go through the process and you hit that 70 to 80 day mark, this person starts to be like, okay, I'll do that, but let me look and see what Drix is doing. Let me see what Quan is doing. Let me see what Dominique is doing. Let me see what Dre is doing. So this person's bouncing all over the place, trying to see what the next hot thing is. And this person is staying the course, saying, I got to make sure my son is good. I got a vision. I got to create a legacy. I got to make a difference. And then the process just keeps going. What is your why? We sit here day in and day out saying that, hey, I want to lose weight. I want to start a business. I want to do something. I want to be as fit as Dre and Drix. I want to be just like them. But then when the process starts, we give up because we have no why. Think about it. How many times, and be real, let's be real with ourselves. How many times have we said, hey man, I'm going to start that new business. I'm you know what, man, I'm going to make sure I get this big house and everything. And then we turn and do something totally different and we never hit our goal. I know I'm not the only one. I know I'm not the only one. The reason why I never gave up is because I knew my why was bigger than anything. It's been almost over a decade that I've been trying to speak on public stages, getting paid to speak. And last year was the first year that I hit my first $5,000 payment. An apple a day? I'm trying to tell you, anything is possible. But let's go ahead and go to another phase. See, the thing is, when the seeds are in the ground, no matter what's going on, they have to be taken care of. You got to be consistent. We're talking fitness, right? When I think of fitness, endurance. When I think of fitness, darkness sometimes. When I think of fitness, work. Consistency pays off. How many of us was like, hey, I'm going to walk this line, but let me just stop and chill for a second. Consistency pays off. I want to leave you with something. 7 steps. If you got your phone, put this in your phone. I want you to hold. See, as a dedicational speaker, I'm not here to give you an instant motivation. Because what you're going to do with it is you're going to end up, oh man, Malcolm's pretty cool. But when you go home, you're not going to follow the steps that's going to get you to that next phase of your life. So I'm going to give you 7 steps that's going to get you at home where you're like, hey, I have to do this. Number 1. Determine your priorities. I was talking to Dre when I first met him. He said, man, my vision, my purpose is so big that if you're not on the same wave, I can't hang out with you for 6 months. If I have 6 months to get to my goal, I can't be around certain people that don't understand or not in the line of my vision. Sometimes you got to separate yourself to get yourself to the next phase. Priorities. Next one. Establish a routine. What is your routine? What are you doing? And your routine is not going to be the next person's routine or the next person's routine because everyone has a different life. But establish your routine. Number 3, set realistic goals. Realistic goals. I know tomorrow I'm not going to be sitting here looking like Mo, Drix, and Dre when I go to the gym. It's going to take a process. I know that, but what is my realistic goal? Hey, you know what? I'm going to make sure I push it to that full hour. You know what? I'm going to make sure that I'm going to knock out these next steps and connect with the right people. What is your realistic goal? The next one, stay focused. Get off IG sometimes. Stay the course. Stay focused. Hold yourself accountable is number 5. That's the biggest one. One of the things that I do to hold myself accountable is every time I get off course, I do what I'm not supposed to do. I don't complete my goal. I pay my son $100 to $200 every mistake. And most people are like, okay, I get it. Nah, man, that stuff add up after a while, especially when you got bills and real life be hitting you, right? Do something that makes you like, oh man, and you don't want to do it and make yourself uncomfortable. Number 6, embrace the imperfection. You're going to fail. You are going to fail. That's why number 5 is hold yourself accountable. Because when you fail, you know you're held accountable by yourself. The thing is, stop making the same mistakes. Learn from them. And number 7, practice perseverance. Push through. Push through. Those 7 things have kept me the course. There's times Quan or someone will call, hey Malcolm, hey man, I got an idea, let's meet up. Hey my guy, I can't meet you today. I got an agenda. The vision. See, now that the tree is already starting to grow, the thing is, this person finally, he got the tree, but he was kind of to himself a little bit. This person started realizing that, you know what? Let me build some relationships. Did y'all know that the way that the apple tree can actually grow a little faster is not alone, but if it's in the midst of other apple trees? So that 7 to 10 years don't really matter, because it can be 4 years, 5 years, if it's amongst the right trees, other apple trees. Did you know that? Did you know also that the apple tree, the seed that it comes from, it doesn't reproduce from the same apple tree as parent tree? It's never the same. It's never the same. Network with a purpose. Network with a purpose. Connect to the right people. I say that, right? I'm going to leave y'all with, write this down. I told you, there's no motivation. You got to hold yourself accountable. An apple a day, networking, purpose. What are you doing? What does that 30-second about you look like? When you go in the room, what can you tell your story in 30 seconds to someone? Make it purposeful. Number 2, connect with the reach. I love this one, because a lot of people, they look at him like, oh, that means I need to connect to the top dog. When I go into a room, I'm connecting with you, the janitor, the CEO, every single person. The reason why is because of number 3, the process. What's for me is for me. But what I do is create something called social equity. Social equity. Basically what that is I build my network so large that, yeah, maybe you can't directly impact me, but what will happen is I know somebody that you can connect to. I know somebody you can connect to. I build a relationship with every single person, because it doesn't matter if I win from it, if they can benefit from it. If we all winning, who's losing? Let me back it up. Let me tell you this. For a long time, my family's been in and out of jail. There was many times I'm like, man, I want to be impactful. How can I get to being impactful in this field? Connect with a purpose. I connected with Quan. Then we connected to Mo. That got us connected to Stacy. Go ahead and go to your IGs and type in Roth. Stacy, stand up real quick. Rehabilitation of the heart. Going in now, being able to show individuals how to communicate in the workplace and tell their story. The vision was there a long time ago. I just stayed the course. You know how big networking is? Dre, Quan, can you come here real quick? You know how big networking is? Is that there's times that you're going to go through things, right? Y'all both can stand right here. There's times that you're going to go through things. And if your network is strong enough, when you fail, you're carried.
Right. Effortlessly.
You're carried. What does your network do for you? What does your network do for you? You need to be around individuals that are going to help you grow, because in that apple, you're an apple seed, but you're only going to grow by yourself so much. But if you're around like-minded individuals, you're going to sprout, and now you're going to be fruitful. I never seen a millionaire be a millionaire by themselves. Last thing, understand the results. Just like the gentleman here, the legacy, this guy already quit. It didn't make sense, but this guy, the legacy, I know out of 100 seeds, 30 are going to germinate. I know out of 30 seeds, only 10 may prosper. But even then, I still got to be consistent during the harvest season, because during the harvest season is when you work the hardest. I know I got to be consistent. So what I'm doing is out here making sure there's no diseases, making sure there's no worms getting into it, getting rid of the locusts around me, so that now I can walk a clear path. And if I ever left this world, I left a legacy. An apple a day. If you have faith and you understand fitness, you can get to that next level. Because faith without works is Listen, I appreciate all of you. The reason why I'm here is to let you know that you can do everything that you want to do. You're the seed. Germinate, grow, remain consistent, build a network, be around amongst other apple trees, and be fruitful. My name's King Mal. Y'all can find me on IG as King Mal 3. I appreciate all y'all. Thank you.